Alright, this is Stark OJ. If you didn't know, now you know. And today I'm gonna be adding on to my Why You Should Watch or Read series. Today's guest of honor is the anime slash manga of Gintama. So, it's from what I know is that I since I finished this series about 2 days ago, I haven't really seen much people high praise for it from well how would I put this, a lot of people who have watched the Sing Gintama knows how great it is, so it's at least in their top three. But a lot of people have not seen it because they only think of it as a certain type of parody anime, or a lot of them think is that the comic is boring and they don't like type stuff like that. So I'm just gonna pretty much, it's just like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything in this with this series. So pretty much I just want you to kind of listen to, see if I can sell you on watching Gintama, at least at least sell you on it, sell you on the idea of watching it. So, what I pretty much liked about Gintama was that the comedy doesn't feel forced. A lot of the stuff that happens in the series doesn't feel like they're trying so hard to act on that series, or they don't try so hard to parry that series. Like, you know how isekai comedy is now, where it's like so many of them, they make jokes about it, them being in isekai, and they make blatantly jokes about, oh, this is a trope I'm stuck in. It's nothing like that. I feel like it feels natural and it smoothly goes along with the plot of the story and stuff like that. And like I said, I always like stuff when stuff flows naturally into a series, not feel forced. And that's what Gintama does. It doesn't force you into the comedy. It doesn't force you into these things. It's like funny. Gintama has made me laugh my ass off so many times. Watching the episodes, and I kind of now that I'm done with it, I'm just like honestly just really hooked, and I don't know, it's just something that I'll never pass up again. So, also my other the biggest thing I also really liked about it was how the longest arc is probably what, like 24 episodes in the anime and 10, and that's the last arc. But most of them, the way that Sorachi writes shorter arcs that don't have to last 30 episodes or more, it's kind of great to me, honestly. Like, a lot of the last longest one after before that 24 episode one is probably 9 or 10 episodes, and that's the longest arc in the series. And honestly, I feel like it's a great job. It does a great job of bringing those moments where it doesn't feel like went too long or went too slowly. And I feel like, well, also it also just incorporates the right amount of character development, the right tones in each arc. Each arc feels completely fresh and different. It's nothing the same, but it's also managed to do this without over lengthening arcs or overselling arcs to the point where they have to go on forever and ever. Well, not forever and ever, but makes them end greatly. So I don't never feel like if an arc I have seen has ever been you know too short for me, and it feels like it ends up at the right length of time or the right conclusion to say that I actually really enjoyed this arc without without that many more episodes to watch. And another thing I also want to address is the characters. I feel like I love every single one of the characters. It's like, even the ones that you're supposed to hate, I end up liking them after a certain point of time. No, like, a lot of characters get their right due judgment. Sometimes they get their character development a little bit later than others, but like I said, the development doesn't feel forced. Those characters aren't forced in each arc, and it's like overall they still maintain the roots of Gintama in those series arc. So it doesn't feel like, even though like a lot of stuff might feel like a change up, a lot of it doesn't feel like it's just forcing you into those arcs. So, like I said, with the characters' involvement in arcs and how well, like, just to see how far one character that you thought was gonna be a gag only character comes super far in the series is kind of always amazing to me. So I feel like, honestly, I feel like the way I say this is, I feel like the characters are the heart of a story, or a heart of a manga, or a heart of a series. And I feel like if you don't have at least a great cast, like every character in the cast doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10 character, but as long as you have a great cast of characters that work well together, it's automatically gonna be a great cast and a great watch to the story. It will always be a great story that way for me. So pretty much, like I said, a summary of it. I feel like Gintama is just looked at as a comedy anime, and it has like the best way to go into it is not going into it as just thinking it's only about comedy, or not going into it thinking about some of the fight clips you saw between certain characters of the series. If you want to watch Gintama, I want you to kind of go in to go in with a blank state and see if you enjoy it. See if you enjoy it. Like I don't want nobody getting mad at people for recommending it Gintama for it not having that same action scenes as they saw in this fight over here, or the same or if they want just comedy, I don't want them getting mad at me saying that, oh yeah, this is a serious arc. I don't, yeah. I mean, like honestly, Gintama has that movies, like even the switch up between episodic episodes where a story like have the majority of the episode can be super funny, and then like at the last few percent of the episode be just real heartfelt quotes from Gintoki. So honestly, I feel like it really does a great job of that. And I feel like honestly, if you haven't heard of Gintama yet, I don't know what you're doing, man. But like I said, it's a great recommendation. It's a great watch. It's a great read if you're a manga person. So I just want you to go out and at least check it out, man. I don't want you to go in with nobody's. You don't have to take my word on it, but please, if you don't believe me, just watch the series for yourself. Now, this has been Stark OJ. Can you make sure you like, share, subscribe, or if you're a Gintama fan, I will have more Gintama videos later, but make sure share. If you're new here, subscribe. Other than that, this has been Stark OJ. Peace. Been Stark OJ.